I'm getting tired of you. Bye-bye now.
Yo, what's up guys, StirPhry here, and today we're checking out Seaside Bellona. We're gonna take a look at her kit, see where and how to use her, how to gear her, and see if she is worth it to you. SSB is a limited 5-star Ice Ranger. Her skill 1 is Watch Out. She just hits you with her fan with a 60 up to 75% chance to land the target debuff for 2 turns. Now the skill 2 passive is called I'm With My Friends. It is what makes SSB so unique and so strong at the same time. When SSB uses a skill 1 or a skill 3, she will get a set amount of focus. Also, when anyone on her team is attacked, she will get 1 focus. So if all 4 people on her team are attacked, she will gain 4 focus. When SSB is at 5 focus and anyone on her team is attacked, she will proc the second part of her passive, You're Not Cute. This will trigger an AoE attack with a 50% chance to defense break for 2 turns. Now the third part of her passive is like a built-in Aureus. 30% of the damage taken will be redirected to the person in the front of the formation. The third skill is Haven't I Warned You. It is an AoE attack with 85 to 100% chance to inflict unbuffable as well as unhealable for 2 turns. A critical hit will increase the damage dealt. Now the pros and cons to SSB. The pros are that her S2 passive is insanely strong. Now what's super strong about that passive is that it's got a defense break on it. So every time she counters, she has that 50% chance to defense break the entire freaking team. And she also has the damage sharing built into her, which means that you can gear her with slightly less HP and she will still survive. Now her cons are that her counters are very strong. She has a few big counters like ML Crow, G Purgus, and Rowana. And another one of her cons, which seems kind of strange, is the built-in damage mitigation. It is a pro because it helps her live. It is a con, however, because if someone defense breaks her SSB and nukes her, there is a potential of completely killing the person in the front. So where do we use SSB? She is very, very good in Wyvern 13. She doesn't do much in the expedition, so there are better options and better heroes you can take instead of SSB. But in PvP is where she is very freaking spooky. Now she doesn't work so well in arena defense anymore because of the existence of Rowana. However, she still works very well in arena offense. Now in Guild Wars, you do not see her on defense as much as you used to, but she is still a pretty good pick, I would say. And definitely on offense, she is very strong because you are able to control the scenario that she is going into. Then in RTA, you also don't see her there as much anymore, but that's because she has very strong counters. If you are able to sneak her through the draft without your opponent countering you, you are going to have a very good advantage. So how do you play SSB? SSB is quite a versatile hero and she will work differently depending on how you gear her. But the core of her kit is just to exist and deal damage. So to really get into how to play her, we're going to also go into how to gear her. Now the first build I'm going to go through is the standard build. Pretty much average stats all across the board on speed and immunity. Immunity is very essential to making SSB work. You will always have her on immunity. So with this build, you pretty much exist. You try not to die, you have decent speed and decent damage. The artifacts you can use is Drink. Drink is definitely the best artifact no matter what build you go with. You can also use otherworldly machinery if you do not have Drink, Rosa Hargana, or Misha. Now the next build is the full attack build. This build you can do with speed immunity or attack immunity. This build is really straightforward. You go for as much attack as possible. Stack a ton of attack and then some health and defense just so you don't die. Some speed would be nice, but attack is what you're worried about most. This build only works with Drink. You have to have Drink. If you do not have Drink, you cannot do this build. So essentially with this build, you just exist. You protect SSB and you have her counter, and that is it. Now the next build I call the power tank build. It sounds pretty stupid, but you'll see why I call it this. You can have any set you want as long as you're on immunity and as long as you're able to hit the stats that you want. The most important stat here is health. You want to be as tanky as possible. So once you reach that threshold of how tanky you want to be, you want to stack attack, crit damage, and crit chance. This one functions much like the attack build where you sit there and you exist and do damage. However, you have a better chance of living this way because you have so much freaking health. You also have a choice of different artifacts because you do not have to use Drink. You can go with Proof of Valor to be even tankier, or you can go Bloodstone for some healing or Misha for the damage. Now the very last build I will go through is the Lifesteal build. This is my favorite one and this is the one I personally use. You put her on Lifesteal immunity. Again, you have to have immunity. This is very close to what the standard build is, except you need need a little less health because you do have lifesteal to help you survive. But you want to stack some attack, crit damage, and crit chance. You want to do tons of damage so that you can heal up. You also want some effectiveness so you can land that defense break, which will allow you to do more damage and heal up more. Of course, you can go with Drink because Drink is straight up the best for SSB, like I said, no matter what you do. But you can also go with Otherworldly Machinery if you don't have Drink for the damage, which will help you lifesteal more, or you can actually go Bloodstone to heal up yourself or an ally. So my final thoughts on SSB, is she worth the pull? Yes, but with a small no. She is worth the pull because she is one of the strongest units in the game still, in my opinion, and she is also limited. You will not be able to pull her again until next year. The small no is because of the timing, because there are a lot of new limited units coming very soon. So if you are not into hot girls in bikinis, you might want to reevaluate your life, that is. But if you did pull her, is she worth the investment? Yes, she is a DPS and she is a very good one. So the more molas you give her, the stronger she is going to be. You are not going to regret a single mola on her. Now, last of all, the waifu rating. Is she waifu? Heck yes, dude. All the way at the top. She is super waifu. I love her character. I love her personality. There's nothing you can dislike about SSB unless you are fighting against her. So in the end, I hope you guys enjoyed this and found it useful. If you did, please like and subscribe. Thank you for hanging out with us, and I'll see you guys next time, man. Bye.